morning, sir. Happy New
Good
Year.
morning. Good morning. Same to you. Same to you. Happy New Year. How's the New Year looking?
Yes, it's looking good till now. Yeah,
It has just started. Uh, yeah, within a day, it has gone into the New Year, and you've forgotten uh, the old year so fast. Uh, you
yeah.
know, time is things move so fast. Before
Mm,
you know, you're making plans for the new year. Some trip is coming up. I'm traveling. For example, something quickly has happened.
mm,
Hyderabad, Goa. Things keep
mm-hmm.
going forward. How's your preparation going for that presentation? Cooking presentation.
I yesterday only write down
Yeah,
whatever thoughts came in my mind.
yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
and
wh- uh,
after yeah.
yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Uh, can I read that? Because I wrote what
Yes,
I have never seen from anywhere.
yes.
I wrote whatever thoughts came in my mind.
Of course, no, no, it's okay. I mean,
Yes,
if you're good, if you're strong in that subject, you can write yourself. You don't need somebody's help or reference. Or what happens is, it's something which you do or
yes,
do well, right? If it's a
yeah,
unknown subject, for example, I gave a subject to somebody saying climate change.
yeah,
That is a subject you need to prepare because
yes,
you need to do some research, check out some information,
yeah,
what is happening around the world, and so on. Something which you are doing yourself, like
yes,
cooking or writing or uh, you know uh, anything which is your hobby or
yes,
you like doing it. You don't have to refer.
yes,
For example, gardening, I can talk without checking because I do some gardening, so my interest
yes,
is there. So you can definitely start whenever you're ready. I am ready to listen to you.
yes.
Uh, you can kickstart if you want, or we can do it little later. It's up to you.
Yes, because I have written, I think that is not enough, or I can read whatever I have written, and the other we will do in the next
How,
session.
how long will you take to finish this? How many
I think
approx?
only within 2 minutes,
Yeah, okay. Let's
two or
just do
three
it.
minutes I will finish.
Yeah, yeah. Take
Yes,
your time. Take your time.
yes,
Add something as you speak. Maybe something comes to your mind. It's okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. Start off. After that, we'll continue with the
Our
lesson part.
topic is cooking,
Ah, yes,
public speaking, how we express our thoughts.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, good morning. What do you usually do in your leisure time? The answer may vary for each one of us, differ. Why? Because every individual is unique and our tastes and interests differ. Moreover, our preferences can change over time. As a human being, I also have few interests and hobbies, and cooking is one of them. However, I must confess I was a very terrible cook before my marriage. Cooking was not my cup of tea at all. But after getting married, I gradually developed this skill. I can't pinpoint the exact reason, but as I started cooking every day, it became a hobby. It became a habit. Over time, I began experimenting with ingredients, spices, and even trying out new cuisines. One thing I have realized is that experimenting with spices and different ingredients open a plethora of possibilities. It's truly amazing. The most rewarding part, however, is when your loved ones appreciate the dish you have prepared. That feeling of immense satisfaction is in um, incomparable. Yes,
Yes.
even when I visit a restaurant or order a dish, I try to identify the aroma and the flavor of the food. Later, I attempt to uh, accomplish the same dish at home.
Yeah.
I have written only this one.
Okay, great. Now you can talk further on this. Like, one, what are the favorite dishes you cook?
Yes.
Okay, I mean your pet dishes, as they call it. You're extremely good at it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like in the back of your hand, as they say, you can just cook like
Mm-hmm.
that, just like that. Think of that. Think
Yes.
of what are the benefits of uh, cooking
Cooking.
personally. Like, what do you feel when you cook? What are the
Uh,
benefits of it? Your personal sort of approach to cooking. Do you feel happy? Do you feel you're accomplishing something? You feel very positive about it. Because
mm-hmm.
people who love cooking.
Yes. Yes.
There are a lot of ladies I know who don't like cooking.
Yes.
They actually don't like it. They do
Yeah.
it because of compulsion. नहीं,
Yeah.
करना है इसलिए करना है. Not
Yeah.
because they love to go to the kitchen and spend time and cook up nice things and different. They try, like you said, when you go to the restaurant, you try new things. From
Yeah.
what I heard, you are prepared really well. Words like it should be leisure, leisure,
Leisure,
leisure.
not leisure.
Not leisure, leisure.
Oh, leisure.
Leisure is your free time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You words like confess, cup of tea, pinpoint, overtime, however, cuisine, plethora, immense, incomparable,
These words
aroma.
I have learned in my learning journey
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
only.
Aroma, flavor. These words are important because it made your speech relevant.
Yeah.
Because if you use words which do not have that connection with cooking,
Mm.
ingredients, you said. Now you have to use words like
Yes.
that. You can't say I put something in
Yeah.
it. What is
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Ingredients, aroma,
Mm-hmm.
flavor,
Yeah.
a passion for cooking. For example, that passion, they normally say the passion of the person comes through in the cooking. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have passion, the taste doesn't come. You know,
Yeah.
in our community, we say the person who cooks well has got a gift in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's a gift.
Yes.
It's like gardening. If
Yes.
you somebody has green hands,
Yes.
somebody has brown hands. That means if you touch something, it'll burn. In cooking also,
Yes.
you have a knack.
Yeah.
When some people
Yeah.
cook, and it's true. Your love for cooking shows through, right?
Yes.
Your passion, love, interest in cooking comes through in the taste of the final, uh, you know, whatever comes out
Yeah.
finally. The person is not interested in cooking, it shows through also. कि
Mm.
उसको interest नहीं है, passion नहीं है.
Yes.
So when the food also comes out, it doesn't taste as good as somebody else.
Mm.
That is difference between good cook and bad cook.
Yes.
Simple as that. Or bad cook or ordinary cook. Okay,
Yes.
person is all right.
Yeah.
Why do you think, now just a topic I want to extend, why do you
Yeah.
think men are well-known cooks are all men and not women? Why is that? Even
uh,
on TV you see,
yes, I
Sanj-
think because they take interest at the time of cooking, and mostly few dishes they cook very well in village also.
uh,
In
because I
village
follow
side,
some cooks.
my maternal uncle,
Uh,
he really took interest in to prepare like non-veg items very well.
uh,
Yes.
I'll tell you one point of view which I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a cook. I don't go into the kitchen much. But one of the reasons I think men are good, or celebrity cooks like
Mm-hmm.
Sanjeev Kapoor,
Yeah.
or this Vikas Khanna in
Mm-hmm.
the US. So many Michelin, they give this Michelin award to cooks.
Yes.
This even this program, famous program is the cooking program. I forget the name now. From Australia, Master Chef.
Master.
Now, if you see Master Chef, all the judges are men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who are all chefs themselves. I have a very good friend of mine who's a top chef in the US, Washington,
Mhm.
D.C. His name is Vinod. He's a classmate of mine. No, okay. Now, apart from that, I find maybe men don't cook at home much.
Mhm.
Okay. They are celebrity chefs. They are known to run restaurants, known to have their cooking shows, cookery shows. They are very well promoted on social media and otherwise.
Mhm.
Women do the cooking on a daily basis.
Yes.
Men don't. Okay, because they are just seen in
Mhm.
some selected programs or cookery shows like Kana
Yeah.
Kazana. Kana Kazana, I was told by this friend of mine that his presentation is very good. He comes on YouTube and he comes
Mhm.
on cookery shows. He's good looking, presents well,
Mhm.
you know, एक style hai, flair hai. He knows how to
Mhm.
speak. I was working in a company there where we invited him for a cookery show to Dubai, and he came from
Mhm.
India to Dubai, and he presents the show very well.
Mhm.
How good he is as a cook, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. Does he cook himself? I have no idea. Okay, but many
Yeah.
of the others do the cooking themselves,
Yeah.
but they do it for the shows, cookery
Yeah.
shows, and all that stuff. Whereas the day-to-day work is done by women because at home you have to cook every day,
Yes.
morning, afternoon, and night. Then
Yeah.
the cooking doesn't become glamorous, right?
Yeah.
It is a daily chore. As they
Yeah.
say, वो घर का जो है चल रहा है every day same thing happens, you know. And if you have a passion for it, it's different, you know,
Mhm.
whatever it is. So uh, build on that speech. You have talked about some things about cooking, but you also talk about benefits of cooking. What are your
Mhm.
favorite dishes
Mhm.
which you make? Maybe tell a story about one dish you made and how the response was from
Okay.
the people who came home and had it. It was
Mhm.
a highlight of your maybe last 6 months or something, which will make
Mhm.
it interesting. Then you can talk for 3-4 minutes easily,
Yes.
easily. Okay. So that
Mhm.
storytelling part, no, which you can talk about.
Mhm.
By the way, I'll tell you about one day when I made this particular dish. The dish was
Mhm.
called this Rogan
Mhm.
Gosh, or Malai Kofta, whatever you make.
Yeah.
But that day I made it in a different way, in a different style, because I'd
Yes.
followed some YouTube, videos and all that. And I tried it on my own, and it became a super hit
Yeah.
because everybody liked it because it had a new flavor or a
Mhm.
new taste, something like that. Okay, so build on that. It's an interesting topic, cooking.
Yes. Yes.
If you like to talk about it, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's go to what I wanted to continue on was uh, new words.
New one.
I had made something called a word windfall.
Mhm.
Windfall is lottery, means a lottery or a lucky draw or something. That's a name, WINDFALL, windfall.
Rainfall.
So I'd made myself a word windfall of 500 words.
Yes.
This 500 words, I start with A, B, C,
Mhm.
D, E, F, G till Z. Okay, that
Okay.
means there are 26 letters in the English alphabet,
Yes.
A to Z. Each alphabet, I have made 10 or 20 words. Some of
Mhm.
them not 20 because X and Y and Z, you can't make 20 words. A little difficult,
Yes.
especially X and Z. But other words like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I have made more than 20 words. And if I add it up, it comes to more than 500. My
500.
idea was to make 1,000 words actually,
Mhm.
ultimately. So
Okay.
I know these words. I've also put down the meaning of those words
Mhm.
or alternative words like synonyms.
Yes.
It can be synonyms or it can be words. But the
Mhm.
idea is to learn new words
Yes.
as you go on and use it in your day-to-day conversation, day-to-day
Yeah.
expression or communication, right? So
Yeah.
we, uh, I, yesterday I did that exercise with the student, and she wanted to start from Z,
Mhm.
not from A.
Okay.
She said ulta. Let's go backwards.
Mhm.
I said, "Hey, no problem. You can do Z to A or A to Z. Doesn't matter."
Mhm.
Uh, but I have done A, B, C, D, and
Yes.
each letter has got so many words, X
Mhm.
number. Let's try it. Give me a letter. We will take one. If I have it ready, I will. Let's say you start with C, for example,
C. Okay.
instead of A. Okay.
Yes.
Because C is for cooking. So let's start with C. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
start with words from C4. Okay. There's a word called coy. COY. I can use the chat box if you can see
Why?
it. Maybe it's easier for you to see the word also. Can you see the word here? One sec.
Mm,
Let me enter. Okay. Can you see it?
yes. CO1.
COY. What is C for coy? Do you know what coy means? Have you heard of
No.
it?
No.
Coy is uh, shy.
Sorry.
She is a coy person.
Okay.
Okay. Or her reply was a little coy. That means shy, modest. What shall I say? Reluctance. A little bit reluctance to. Uh, I asked her a question and she was quite coy about it. That means she didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to reply.
Reply.
So
Yeah.
that word is coy, usually used for a person who's modest or shy.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
That's one word. Another word, these are all fairly new words, maybe to you, but it's used. Spell that or pronounce that.
Caustic.
Caustic. Have you heard of it?
No, sir.
Used quite often when you describe a person who is rude,
Rude.
rude, sarcastic. You know the meaning of sarcastic, right? Sarcasm. There's a word which says sarcasm. Sarcasm is if you say something to him and he's making fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you say, I made a lovely dish yesterday, and somebody is listening to you and says, oh, that dish I've had so many times. Nothing great.
Mm-hmm.
Sarcastic, rude. Instead of saying, oh, yeah, I liked it, it was very tasty, madam, make it again.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying something nice, he is caustic. So sarcastic, cutting. Cutting bolo to when you talk in a rude way,
Mm-hmm.
it hurts people, right?
Yes.
It's not a nice way to reply. Okay, so a cutting way or a caustic way, you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a nice way to reply.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the word caustic. Another word in C again is this. I don't know whether you heard of it. It's some kind of illness or state of mind. Long word.
Yes.
Claustro
Claustrophobia.
phobia. Do you know the meaning of phobia?
Phobia means immense fear.
Yes. It's a
Yeah.
unfounded fear, immense fear.
Yeah.
It's a situation you are in. For example, if some people, claustrophobia is a person who cannot survive in closed rooms or small
Mm-hmm.
rooms, or you put him in a room without light,
Mm-hmm.
or put him in a lift where the power goes off and he's
Mm-hmm.
stuck in a lift, so he cannot bear it. he
Mm-hmm.
can he can panic
Yeah.
because that closed space, it makes him feel as if he's going to get squeezed into it.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of closed spaces, that is claustrophobia,
Okay.
and is normally associated with people who get into a lift, who don't like that feeling of inside that small
Mm-hmm.
lift with a lot of people, or put him in a small room like a prison cell or a very very small bathroom or something,
Mm-hmm.
and imagine the light goes off, power cut. He
Yeah.
cannot take it. He'll panic. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of people have fear of going height, like vertigo,
Mm-hmm.
or fear of flying, taking a flight.
Yeah.
Phobia. Those are phobias.
Yeah.
So this word is claustrophobia, which uh, is basically a fear of closed spaces. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that fear? No.
No.
Yeah, but
No.
it's a real fear. Huh? I know people who are very afraid.
Yes, actually, my brother's daughter, my niece, she has that fear.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
It is inbuilt, like it's developed over time.
Mm.
It's nothing. It's not a disease or something, but it's a phobia. That's all.
Mm.
You know. Okay, another word. Calamity. Calamity. Mity. Calamity. Calamity. Often used.
I know Hindi word.
What is that?
Apada means um, what we
How
say,
do?
bad situations.
Yeah, it's a bad situation. I don't know
Yeah.
the word apada.
Uh, yeah.
Apada. No, I've not heard of it.
Like after storm or after
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah. It's
yes,
a it's a English equivalent is disaster.
disaster. Yes, disaster.
Disaster, or yeah, an incident. A bad incident. You know,
Yes.
like even an accident can be a calamity.
Yeah.
Normally, calamity will cost lives. People die.
Yes.
A landslide in Wayanad was a calamity,
Yes.
or a mountain collapse in Uttarakhand was a
Mm.
calamity,
Yes.
or floods in Assam was a calamity. So
Yes.
these calamities actually causes loss of lives.
Yes.
People die, many people die, maybe, and it's a big incident. It's not a small incident. That is calamity. Another word for with C is again used. Maybe you've read it somewhere. Spell it. I mean, pronounce it.
Caricature.
Caricature. Caricature. Correct. You're right. The pronunciation is perfect. Caricature. What does it mean?
No idea.
I'll give you a hint. You have seen cartoons, right? There are
Mm.
famous cartoonists, what you call them, or
Mm-hmm.
cartoon writers in the newspapers, like Satish Acharya, R.K. Lakshman, Abu,
Mm.
Mario Miranda from Goa. These are all famous cartoonists. So they used to
Means
put us uh, write a
one who makes movies of cartoon.
not movies.
Or,
They can even put it in the newspaper, like a small cartoon. So it's
mm-hmm. Yes.
usually a cartoon made of making fun of people, like a
Mm, yes. Yes. Yeah.
politician,
I got yes.
or a film star, or some incident
Mm-hmm.
which happened. I mean,
Caricature.
like a
Yeah.
few days ago. So when they suppose they make a picture of you,
Mm-hmm.
madam, they'll make a caricature. Caricature
Mm.
means a funny picture of Madam Saraswati, a
Yeah.
funny picture of me. I may look, my nose may be long, or
Mm-hmm.
in your case, your eyes may be big, depending on what they think. They will
Mm-hmm.
imagine you that way, and they'll make a funny picture of you, not the real picture, not like a
Yeah.
photograph. It's just a cartoon, what they call a cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah, they make a cartoon of a politician or the prime minister or the some film star,
Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan, or whatever. That is known as caricature.
Caricature.
It's a funny version of yourself. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
Yeah.
else. Not in an offensive way. It's not to make
Yes.
you look ridiculous or bad, but
Yeah.
just a humorous side. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these
Yeah.
cartoonists are very famous for making real life situation funny.
Yes.
That is their job. That is their job, right? Similarly, another word again C is what is that?
Crisis.
Crisis. What is crisis?
Uh, I know Hindi word. I know English. So
Hindi. What is the Hindi word? I'll tell you whether it's correct.
crisis means sankat.
Sankat.
Yes.
Difficulty, but a
Difficult.
much bigger
Bigger. Yes.
dimension of difficulty. For
Yes.
example, you can say financial crisis, uh,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
economic crisis,
Yes.
uh, uh, or any other crisis. I mean, it could be even a mental health crisis, or
Yes.
the COVID was a crisis. COVID situation in India was a crisis.
Yeah.
The government had to intervene and solve the situation. So it's not a difficulty; it's much more than that.
Yeah.
Difficulty is a small dimension. Hmm? Can you
Mhm.
give me a sentence in crisis? If
Yes.
you
So many times we heard that there is crisis in IT sector.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Because of job losses,
because
companies
of job losses.
reducing
Yeah.
employment opportunities, yeah,